Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. How are you today? Let's get right to it because I want to keep my video kind of short because we're Google Meeting today at 11 a.m. Right? Let's celebrate Kenneth. Oh my goodness. Kenneth, he didn't have a good night's sleep, but he didn't let that stop him. He was a workhorse yesterday. He was working, and let me see if I can bring up the picture of his artwork. Oh my goodness. All right, boys and girls, and look at that beautiful piece of artwork that he did. Awesome, right? Good job, Kenneth. I know it's hard to work when you're tired, but I love that you didn't let that stop you. He also wrote a haiku using his name. I hope he'll read that today at 11 when we meet. I got a great video of Ethan riding his bike. For Earth Day, Ethan was a reuser. You know those 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. He found an old bell off of a scooter that Mrs. Tamaka was getting rid of. And guess what? Now it's on his bike. Mrs. Tamaka jokes that he sounds like the ice cream man. I got a great picture from Grace. She drew a gorgeous earth for Earth Day. Thomas, he wrote, an acrostic. Let me go back to Kenneth. He wrote an acrostic using his name. Thomas wrote a great acrostic about recycling. Hopefully he'll read that today when we meet. Tegan, you finished Alexia level. Good for you. Addie, you finished Alexia level. Good for you. Give them a wow, boys and girls. W-O-W. Wow. Boys and girls, that makes 21 completed Lexia levels, and that is just amazing. I'm so proud of you. Remember, if Lexia gets too hard for you, there's that iReady reading that you can pop on. Also, Mason and Mateo, I've seen your hard work on iReady Math. It's very impressive. Keep up the good work. And boys and girls, so many of you are on Zearn. I'm loving that. Today when we meet, Mrs. Tamaka is going to talk a little bit more about Zearn. I also put out some measuring in the iReady Math for you to work on. Okay, really amazing. And as I mentioned, we are Google Meeting at 11 o'clock. If you don't have an invitation for that in your Gmail, Mom and Dad need to let me know. We want to have you in there. It's a little bit bumpy. It's still, we're getting used to it. It's okay though. We're figuring out microphone problems and camera problems. And remember, you're going to have a piece of writing ready with you. You're going to either have maybe a haiku that you wrote, an acrostic that you wrote, a journal entry. Any of those things are fine. Something that you're sharing your good writing. Perfect. How's it going in the Google Classroom? Hey, remember, that's work just like in the classroom that you must get done. There's an expectation for all first graders to be working at least 2 hours on their schoolwork. There's extra work in there for if you want more or if you buzz through something quickly. Remember, if something doesn't work for you, a link doesn't open or you don't understand, don't worry. Move on to something else. Mom and Dad can reach out to us and we can try to fix it. Let's see what else. Moms and dads, any report card questions? You can email me those. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. And if you are following along in Junie B. Jones, we're ready to start a new Junie B. This is Junie B. Jones Has a Monster Under Her Bed. It is book number 8. It's by Barbara Park. Get ready to fill in those words for me. Chapter 1 is called The Cheese Man. The Cheese Man. I don't know. My name is Junie B. The B stands for, except I don't like. I just like, and that's all. I am in the grade of afternoon kindergarten. Today we got school pictures taken at that place. School pictures, Cheese Man, what could those 2 things have in common? School pictures is when you wear your bestest dress. And you go to the cafeteria and a cheese man is there. A cheese man? He makes you say, cheese. Only, I don't actually know why. Boys and girls, why do you think you say cheese when you get your picture taken. Watch my mouth. Cheese. The word cheese makes you smile. Mrs. Lawson makes you say peaches, right? Peaches. Then he takes pictures of you, and your mother has to buy them, or else you will get your feelings hurt. School pictures is a racket, I think. She thinks it's just a way to make money. I wore my new dress with the dinosaur on the front. A dinosaur, huh? Said the cheese man. I smoothed my skirt very lovely. Yes, I said, it is a Tyrannosaurus dotty. I have some dinosaur experts in the class this year, and I don't know if they've ever heard of a Tyrannosaurus dotty. Let's see what she means about that. You mean Tyrannosaurus Rex, he said. No, I mean Tyrannosaurus dotty, 'cause Rex is a boy and Dottie is a girl, I explained. The cheese man stood behind his camera. Say cheese, he told me. Yeah, only guess what? I don't actually know why I have to say that word, 'cause what has cheese got to do with it anyway? I asked. Cheese makes you smile, said the cheese man. I shook my head. Not me. Cheese doesn't make me smile, I said, 'cause sometimes I eat a cheese sandwich for lunch and I don't even giggle when I swallow that thing. Guess that's what he meant. The cheese man did a big breath. He's getting frustrated. Could you just please say it? He asked. Yes, I said. I can please just say it. Only don't forget to tell me when you're ready, 'cause one time my grandpa Frank Miller was taking my picture and he didn't tell me he was ready, and then one of my eyes turned out open and the other one turned out closed. I made the face to show him. See? See my eyes? See how one of them is open and the other one is... All of a sudden, the cheese man took my picture. My mouth came wide open at him. Hey, how come you did that? How come you took my picture? Because I wasn't even ready yet. The cheese man kept on clicking his camera. Pretty soon, he looked at the next person in line. Next, he said. I stamped my foot. Yeah, only I wasn't even ready, I tell you, so I need another turn, I said. Just then, my teacher came over, and she pulled me away from there. She sat me down next to her on a bench. Her name is... She has another name, too, but I just like... And that's all. Mrs. said, settle down to me. Then me and her watched the rest of the children get their pictures taken. My bestest friend named Lucille went next. She had a blue satin ribbon in her hair. My Nana says this ribbon brings out the blue in my eyes, she told the cheese man. She opened them real wide. See them? See their color? They are robin's egg blue with a hint of lavender. The cheese man sucked in his cheeks. First he was frustrated with Junie B. Now he's frustrated with Lucille. He was getting frustration in him, I think. Did you fix that? Could you please just say cheese? He grouched. Lucille smiled really big with all her teeth. Cheese, she sang very loud. Cheese, cheese, cheesy cheese, cheese. She's getting a little carried away there. Then she kept on singing cheese till the cheese man said, knock it off. After she was done, Lucille skipped over to me and Mrs. Did you see me? She asked. Did you see how good I said cheese? That's because I'm going to be a model when I grow up. So I already know how. She fluffed her fluffy hair. The camera is my friend, she said. Mrs. rolled her eyes way up at the ceiling. I looked up there too, but I didn't see anything. And we've talked about that before. Grown-ups will do that when they're getting frustrated. Then we're not like looking for anything up at the ceiling. After that, it was time for the class picture. The class picture is when all of room 9 lines up in 2 rows. The biggie kids stand in the back, and the shorty kids stand in the front. I'm a shorty kid, only that is nothing to be ashamed of. I stood next to Polly Allen Puffer. He looked very admiring at my dinosaur dress. Dinosaurs bite people's heads off, he said. I did a frown. Yeah, only they don't even scare me, 'cause there's no such things as dinosaurs anymore, I told him. So, there's still such things as monsters that can bite your head off, said Polly Allen Puffer. A monster lives right under your bed, I bet. My big brother says that everybody has a monster under their bed. He poked his finger at me. Boys and girls, is that true? No. Even you, Junie B. Jones, he said. I got shivers on my arms. No, I do not either, Polly Allen Puffer, I said. Yes, you do too. He said back, "My brother is in 7th grade, and he says the monster waits till you're asleep. Then he crawls up next to you, and he lies down on your pillow, and he practices fitting your head in his mouth." I covered up my ears, but Polly Ellen Puffer talked louder. "I can even prove it," he said. "Didn't you ever wake up with a drool spot on your pillow?" I thought very hard. "Yeah. So where do you think it came from?" he asked. "It came from the monster under your bed. That's where. It was monster drool, Junie B. Jones." Boys and girls, everybody does a little drooly on their pillow at night because your mouth comes open. I shook my head really fast. "No, it was not, Polly Ellen Puffer. You stop saying that and I mean it." He raised up his eyebrows. "Well, where did it come from then? You don't drool on your pillow, do you? You're not a baby, are you?" he said. "No, don't call me that. I am not a baby," I yelled. Polly Ellen Puffer crossed his arms. "So, where did the drool come from then?" he asked again. I don't know," I said, "but my daddy told me there's no such thing as monsters." "So what? Daddies have to say that," said Polly Ellen Puffer. "That's so you'll go to sleep at night and not bother them." He squinted his eyes at me. "Why do you think daddies and mommies sleep together in the same room anyway? That's so they can protect each other from the monster, or else their heads might get chewed off." Ay, this kid has some crazy ideas. Just then I wrinkled up my nose at that terrible thought. Then I hanged out my tongue. And I did a sick face. And guess what? The cheese man took the class picture. Oh no, now she has 2 terrible pictures. That's the end of chapter 1. Tomorrow chapter 2 is called Just Say Right. Wonder what that one will be about. You'll have to wait until tomorrow. See you at 11, boys and girls. Bye-bye.